Hi everyone, so let's do today's daily LeetCode challenge question and set a 20 minutes timer. Okay, so let's read the question. Flip columns for maximum number of equal rows. So I will be given m times n matrix, n times n binary matrix. Okay, m times n binary matrix. M times n binary matrix. I'm copying this matrix and I'm pasting it here. Okay, so okay, I'm given this matrix. Why is it called binary matrix? Because it only contains 0 and 1. You can choose any number of columns in the matrix and flip every cell in that column. Okay, so I can choose any number of columns in this matrix and flip every cell in that column. Okay, change the value of the cell from 0 to 1 or vice versa. Got it? So return the maximum number of rows that have all values equal after some return the maximum number of rows that have all values equal after some number of flips. So I will be given a matrix. There will be just 0 and 1 and there will be columns. So there will be, so I have the power to flip any number of columns and I can flip any columns, but my intention is to optimize the number of rows that have all equal values. It can either be 0 0 0 or 1 1 1. Okay, so how can I do that? I don't know. So for example, if this is the example 0 1 and 1 1, okay, if this is 0, it, 0 1 and 1 1. So if I flip this, I also need to flip this. This will never be equal. So this only 1 can be equal, right? 2 cannot be equal at the same time here, because if I flip 1 to 0, why my eyes are feeling so blurry today? I think it's because of TV. I was watching TV, so when I look at this, my laptop, I'm feeling so blurry. Okay, anyway, 0 0. Yeah, this is not possible because if I flip this column, then if I'm flipping this column, then this one so this in 0 1 1, right? So if I flip 1, flip this, then it is 0 and 1. So this is 0, but this cannot be the same one. Yeah, okay, I was trying to get any hint that from this example, but any hint is not coming to me. So let's look at another example. 0 1 and 1 0. So here I can flip it to 0 and again this can be flipped to 1, so 2 will be the answer, right? So it is good if I have different different values in different rows, then it would be easier. Okay, so let's look at this. 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3. What about this? So this row is already equal to 1 and so this is 0 0 1 and this is 1 1 0. So since this is 0 0 1 and this is 1 1 0, so I think these two rows can be equal, because which place is this? It looks good. Is this Utah? Sorry, I was distracted by my TV's screensaver. It looks so good. I just so not distracted. So yeah, so since this is 0 0 0 and 1 1 0, right? So this kind of rows, it can be flipped, because you can see 0 0 1. So this 0 is different, and 0 is different than 1. So 1 is different than 0. So I can flip it now, you know. So if I flip this, then see, it is equal now. Yeah, so I'm trying to get a hint here. So what am I looking for? 0 0 0 and 1 1 0. I'm just trying to get some hint here. So what kind of rows have the potential to be equal? I think rows have the potential to be equal if they sum to 1 1 1, I guess, right? If these two rows can sum to 1 1 1, then I think they have the potential to be equal. Those two rows have the potential to be equal if I change any columns. If those two rows did not sum to the 1 1 1, suppose this is 0, suppose this is 1 0 and this is 1, okay, then I don't think these two rows have the potential to be equal, because if I flip this to 1, this will be flipped to 0. And if I flip this to, you know what I mean, because if I flip one number here, then this number will also be flipped. If this is flipped, then this is also flipped, so it should be equal to that number, you know. It should have been 0. I'm so sorry, I mean, I'm not getting the logic right. How will I know if two rows have the potential? I think this is it. If it is 1 1 1, then if the sum is 1 1 1, if two numbers are such that sum is 1 1 1, yeah, so 0, and suppose this is 1 and this is 0, or suppose this is 1 and this is 0, then even in this case also I can just flip it, right? So if this can be 1, this can be 1, and this can be 0. See, I just flipped one column, and it became equal. Yeah, so also I want to know, what does column flipping mean? Actually represent, you know, what does it represent actually? So if it is 1 0 1, and suppose this is 1 1 0, then what does column flipping mean? This is 0, this is 0. Suppose if it is 1 0 1, then 0 will be changed to 1. So there are two rows, and if I flip a column, then then one will be 0 and another one will be 1. Am I thinking too much here? Is this question easy and I'm making it complex or what? So what I'm thinking is, if a column, if it can be flipped, one zero one and 1 1 0. If a column can be flipped and rows, so in what case? I'm just trying to think about the scenarios where if I flip a column, then rows would be equal. So 1 0 1 1 1 0, 0 and 1. So if I flip a column, then all the rows will change for that column. So two rows can only be equal if so it is 0 and this become 1, then become 0, and if another column is 0 and that column is 1. Yeah, that's true actually. Another column is 0 and another one is 1. Column and rows, 1 and 0, 0 and 1 1 0, so 1. So if in this column there is 1 and 0 and it flipped to 0 and 1, then here also it should be 0 and 1. But if it is 1 and 0, then I can flip again. 0 and 1, I can flip again and make it 2. I just feel like there is one thing that I'm not getting. So 0 and 1 in one column, then I flip that, becomes 1 and 0. So here also it has to be 1 and 0, right? So if there is 0 and 1 in one column, and if I flip this, it will be 1 and 0. But here also it should be 1 and 0 only, two for these two rows to be equal, right? What if it is 0 and 1? Then also I can flip it and become 0 and 1. What if it is 0 and 1? Then also I can flip it and make a 1 and 0. But what if it is 1 1? Then if it is 0 and 1, then I can flip it and make 1 0. So 1 0, I can flip it and make 1 0. If it is 1 0, then I can flip it and make a 1. Oh my god, I feel like I'm stuck in some loop. It is already 15 minutes gone. Am I in a dream, within a dream, within a dream? Or what is happening? 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0. How will I know the maximum number of rows? Suppose if this is 1 1 and 0, and suppose if this is 0 1 1, then what would happen? How will I know maximum number of rows that will be equal, that have all values equal? So if it is 1 0 0, then maximum number of rows that have all values equal. So for me, for this to flip to 0, and this would flip to 1. This will flip to 0, flip to 0, and this will flip to 1. Flip to 1, this will flip to 0, and this will... Is this some kind of... Because I think that I'm trying to do this by greedy approach or something, but yeah, I don't think greedy approach is possible, right? Because how will I know which two rows, which rows can be equal? Because the problem is, yeah, the problem is how will I know what two rows are equal here? I mean, the problem is how will I know what two rows? The problem is that I will keep on flipping switches, right? I will keep on flipping. So sometimes this two row might be equal, and after some flipping maybe this two row will be equal, but how will I know which row is the maximum, which one is the maximum? So that is the difficult part. Really? I would ask is to make as many rows as possible in the matrix consist of identical values. On closer inspection, you will see that there are two possible scenarios to look out for. For the first, let's consider 3. We can see that this grid that flipping columns to make the first row uniform will make the second row uniform as well. However, the third row remains uniform since it does not match the first row. The first two rows are perfect opposites. Flipping the second column to make the first row uniform will have the positive side effect of making the values in the second row uniform as well. Recently, as in the first scenario, the third row now will become uniform over the first row. So this means our answer boils down to this. The rows that can be made uniform, all the values in the row are the same. after flipping will be the combined total of rows that are identical and the rows that are exactly opposite. Yeah, the rows that can be made uniform after flipping will be the combined total of rows that are identical and rows that are exactly opposite. Yeah, that's what I the intuition that I had in the beginning. Rows are that are all exactly opposite, right? So if they are exactly opposite, then that their sum is equal will be equal to 1. So suppose if it is 1, so what I mean is if two rows sum is equal to 1, so the sum is will not be equal to 1, right? This is 1 0 and 1, but if it was 0 1, then it would be 1. So these two rows sum is 1, then they have the potential to be equal, right? So that's what I had the intuition when I just looked at this first question in the beginning. Just by looking at this, this intuition came to me, but still I could not figure out the best solution. But the brute force, obviously we can do the brute force, right, by this intuition. So we'll loop over each row in the matrix to determine which approach is the best for each. Oh my god, this is too much. So we are going to, this is brute force, right? So we'll have to do. So for row, for each row we count the numbers. Initialize a number columns to store the number of columns in the matrix by accessing the length of the first row. Yeah, so we are reading this, right? So we'll loop over each row in the given matrix to determine which approach is the best. For each row we count the number of other rows in the matrix that are exactly. Oh my god, this is too much. This is too much. So we are going to use the same intuition. So according to this, they are saying that for each row we are going to look at all other rows. For which sum will be equal to 1. So suppose this 0 0 0 and 0 0 1, the sum is not equal to 1, right? So it will not be, this is not the potential match. Suppose if this is 1 1 1, so 0 0 0 and 1 1, sum is 1, right? So this is a potential match. So 0 0 0, these two are identical, so it does not have to be potential match. I mean, since this is identical, so obviously they are already equal, so it does not even need to have potential to be equal, right? So we will look at all the rows that way. So for every row we are going to look at everything and see what are the potential matches for this row, and for this row also we are going to look at every other rows. Oh my god, this is such a brute force solution. I mean, I also obviously by this intuition I came up with, and obviously we could do this, right? But I didn't think of doing it because it would be too much brute force just by looking at each row and comparing every row. That is too much. So yeah, it's too much. So the outer loop iterates each row of the matrix. For each row, algorithm creates a flipped version, then compares. Oh my god. So let's not look at this. Approach to is hash map. So intuition is, notice that a row, I think maybe, notice that a row and its complement actually from the same pattern, just with opposite digits. To illustrate, let us. Isn't it the same thing? To represent the pattern in the most true false. Wow, this is a good approach actually. So we could just convert it into a string for each row, right? And then create a hash map and just see uh, which pattern to keep track of how many times each pattern appears. Once we have done that, we will look through all the values in the map, find the highest frequency, and return that as our answer. So yeah, this is a good approach. And the intuition is same. If two rows are equal, then intuition is the same. You know that it will be opposite. Always it will be opposite. Every bit will be opposite. So for this row, you know, for 0 1 0, for any row to be equal to this row, it should be either 0 1 0 or it should be 1 0 and 1. Only then it will be equal. Only these two rows can be equal to this, you know. Only if we flip 1 0 0 1, zero 1, and then I will flip 0 and then 1. So see, this is equal. Yeah. So just from this intuition, we could just have I could have what I could have thought was. So I will just change my thought pattern. Okay, so how I should have approached this problem was, when I came up with this intuition, then after this I should just have looked into what I should have done was, okay, yeah, so I found out that, okay, so this is the capacity, right? Then what I should have thought was, okay, I will just mimic my thought process. Okay, how I should have thought. So this is the intuition. Then this is 0 0 0 1 0 1 0. So how can I use this intuition to find the maximum number of rows with equal values? That is the question. So 0 0 1 and 1 0 1 0. So, and suppose if it is 1 0 1, so this is 1 1 0, this is 0 0 1. Suppose this is 1 1 1, this is 0 0 0, this is 1 1 0 again, you know. So what I could have done was, okay, I know the potential to be equal, right? So I could just consider that two rows are equal if the potential is equal. Okay, so 0 0 1, so any rows 1 1, so any row with 0 0 1 and 1 1 0, it is the same, you know, because I can just think that I have flipped it. So 0 0 1, it means 1 1 0. So this is also like 0 0 1 only. And is there any other 1 1 0 or 0 0 1? This is also 0 0 1 only, right? And this is also like 0 0 0. And because I'm just trying to match everything, so 0 0 0 1 0 1. And is there any 0 1 0 here? No. Yes, so it will be 0 1 0. Okay, so it means what are the equal rows, right? So it means 0 0 1, how many times it is coming? 1 2 3 times it is occurring. 001 is occurring 3 times, and 010 is occurring 2 times, and 000 is occurring 2 times, right? 3 4 5 6, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So what am I missing here? 001 3 time, 00 2 time, 001. Okay, so I'm missing 010. I'm missing 00. What am I missing here? So 0 1 0 1 2 3 4. Oh, 4 times. 010 is occurring 4 times. Okay, 4 5 6 7 8 9 3 6 4 5 6 7 8 9. What? 1 2. I should do lit code problems in the morning. My brain, I feel like my brain is not working properly. 1 2 1 2 3 4 1 2. 1 0 1 0 0 0 1 is occurring 4 times, and this is 2 times. 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, so see, so I know now, right? So if two rows sum is equal to 1, then potential to be equal. It is similar, right? So it means that it means that 0 0 1 0 1 0 and 0 0 0. So this is as map. I know that this is the possible 4, and this is the 2, this is 2. I know that if I flip my columns according to this column, then then this will turn out to have 4 equal rows, and if I flip according to this one, then it will turn out to be 2 equal rows. If I flip columns according to this one, then it will turn out to be 2 equal rows. So yeah, so answer is 4 here. This is a good question, but I think I over complicated the question. After getting this intuition, I should have solved it very easily. What's the guess? Yeah, what I'm thinking right now is how to think more properly, you know, after you get some intuition, then how to approach in the right direction. I think that is by thinking more openly, more holistically, without getting too much pressurized into I don't know. Because once you read the solution, it feels like, oh, the solution, it is so easy. The solution was right there. Why could I not see? It is like something is right in front of my eye, but I was closing my eyes. You know, it just feels like that after seeing the solution. But how to open eyes and see it? That is the question. In this question, after I got this intuition, I think that I was trying to figure out more things, you know. Even after I got this intuition, I was trying to get more intuition by trying to imagine more. But but once I get the necessary intuition, I think I should just have moved very quickly and thought about how I could use that intuition into solving this problem. Yeah. If two rows, then bits are different, then yeah, everything was very clear for this question, you know. Obviously, like, if two rows can be equal only if their bits are different, then obviously the rows we and then obviously by that induction we would know that there will be a number of, just by looking at the rows we could know that okay, these rows will match if I flip the columns, these are the rows that will match if I flip the columns, these are the rows that will match if I flip the columns, you know. And I should have thought about that, because yeah, I think I should be more clear about, you know, more visualization, more solidification of the matter, I mean of the subject matter, right? I should have visualized the matrix more properly in my head. I think that would have helped me, I think. Yeah, but that was what I was trying to do. I was trying to visualize and trying to get more intuition, but it was not enough. I think I should have looked from more high level perspective. Yeah. Anyway, this is such a disappointment. I don't know if I can call this a disappointment. Yeah, I can call this a disappointment. Actually, I should start solving LeetCode questions in the morning so that I can use my brain more properly, more openly, more actively, more in a like fresh state. Because actually this question was not hard, it was easy. Okay, anyway, thank you everyone for watching, and I'll I'll just be back